Bonjour, this is Jennifer, your French teacher in the south of France. And today we're going to talk about a verb that a lot of people like to avoid because it can be difficult. It's the verb manquer, which means to miss. But after this short lesson, I promise you will not feel as confused, okay? So you can see here that I've barred through I miss you. Why? That's how we say it in English. I'm going to teach you in this lesson that we're going to sort of change the way we think about missing people so that we can understand why the sentence structure is the way it is in French. So first off, let's talk about the verb manquer because sometimes it's really easy to use manquer. You know, if you say, for example, j'ai manqué mon vol, then that means I missed my flight. J'ai manqué ton appel. I missed your call. Ça manque de goût. It is lacking flavor. Elle a manqué de finir ses devoirs. She failed to finish her homework. This is straightforward because the subject of the sentence, je, ça, elle, is the one that's missing something. I'm the one who missed my flight. I'm the one who missed your call. It's the thing that's lacking flavor. She's the one who didn't finish her homework. Okay, that is not what this lesson is about because that's the easy stuff. What we're going to talk about today is manquer à. So when you have an à after manquer, it means something different. It indicates missing somebody probably or something or someplace in an emotional sense. You know, like, oh man, I really miss you. And when you want to do that, things get tricky. So the examples I showed you just a minute ago, as we said, the subject was the one doing the one missing, okay? But now we're going to forget about the way we miss someone in English when we're using manquer à. So that's why I bar through I miss you, because I want us to start thinking rather than saying, I miss you, and watch, you're going to start speaking English differently. If you do, then that's going to help you with your French. Let's start saying, you are missed by me, and everyone will look at you like you're crazy, but French people will understand, okay? So, you are missed by me. Now, look, the subject here is you and not I, which is why I barred through, I miss you. No, we're not going to think of I as my subject. You is now the subject. You are missed by me. Okay, so when you do this, when you rephrase it in English this way, you can get it in your brain that the person, thing, or place that is missed is actually the one doing the missing. Okay, so that's why you, or in French, I'll show you in a minute, tu, the verb manquer has to be conjugated along with tu, okay, and not with je. Now look, before I continue, in English we say you are missed by me. And I understand that a does not mean by. You might be tempted to say par, because par means by, right? But no, in French it's manquer à, and the à is super, super, super important because when you have an à in French that's followed by a person, that person is an indirect object. Now, I realize this might be a little advanced for some of you, but just stick with me, and I think that I can make it make sense for you. So look at this example. Sa famille en Louisiane manque à Jennifer. So we're going to forget about saying Jennifer misses her family in Louisiana, and now we're going to speak English like a French person and say her family in Louisiana is missed by Jennifer. Okay, so voilà, manque à Jennifer. Her family is doing the missing, and so that means la famille en Louisiane is what has to make agreement with the verb manquer. All right? So in this sentence, remember I said if you have à before a person or people, then that person or those people are indirect objects. And so if you want to instead say her family in Louisiana is missed by her, you have to replace à Jennifer with an indirect object pronoun. I'm going to show you what all of those are, but in this case it's lui. Okay, lui means her. It also means him. So quick rundown, just a little review on your indirect object pronouns. I've written you a chart here, so I'll pronounce them in French. Me, te, lui, nous, vous, and leur. Okay, so I really work on not saying, work on the pronunciation of M-E, because a lot of my students sort of mispronounce that. Me rhymes with je. The letter E is pronounced E in French, and when there's no accent over it, you have to keep saying it that way. So don't say me or something like that. Me. And also, you'll notice that nous and vous, your indirect object pronouns look exactly like subject pronouns. But you'll see some of this in the examples I'm going to show you. Never use le, la, and les with manque a. So just forget about it, because when you have an a before a person, you need indirect and not direct. And le, la, and les are direct object pronouns. Okay, let's have a look at some examples. Tu me manques. Tu me manques. Don't, in your brain, say I miss you, because then you're going to want to start your sentence with je, and it's just not going to feel right to begin it with tu. So remember, you are missed by me. Tu me manques. And the placement of these object pronouns we're just working in the present tense, okay, today. They go right before the verb. D'accord? Deuxième exemple. Tes amis te manquent. Tes amis te manquent. Your friends are missed by you. Everything is backwards. You're sitting here going, my goodness, Jennifer, how can tu me manques mean I miss you? It doesn't start with I, and then what is the me doing in the middle of the sentence? Yeah, because it's different language. It's totally, totally different. Sometimes French is. So the next one, son frère lui manque. This one is interesting because if you look on the right, it can either mean her brother is missed by her or his brother is missed by him. Because remember, lui is both her and him as an indirect object pronoun. Okay, notre joli jardin nous manque. Notre joli jardin nous manque. Our pretty garden is missed by us. And a lot of people here, since nous looks like a subject pronoun, a lot of people want to conjugate the verb manquer or whatever verb in the nous form. But don't do that. You're not going to say manquons with an O and S on the end, because nous is not the subject. Notre joli jardin is the one that's being missed. Okay? Same thing with vous in the next example. Vos enfants vous manquent. Now, I did have to put an ENT on manque to make agreement with vos enfants, but not an EZ, because vous is not a subject. Leur pays leur manque. This one's kind of funny. I just did it on purpose because I wanted leur in the sentence twice. So remember that leur as a possessive adjective means their, and leur as an indirect object pronoun means them. So leur pays leur manque. Two words, they look exactly the same, but totally different functions in the sentence. Okay? So those are the rules. Now you need to practice a little bit. So if you want to, you can look down in the video description below and click on the link to get your lesson guide and go on and download that, print it out so that you can write your answers on there. Or you can get a sheet of paper out or do it orally, whatever. Mental workout. Here we go. I want you to say, my old job is missed by me. En français. So I'll just tell you this once because they all work the same time. You begin with your subject, which is my old job. Then you're going to put your pronoun in this sentence. Well, you figure out what it is. And then you put your verb, which is of course, the verb manquer. So do you have your answer? Mon ancien travail me manque. Mon ancien travail me manque. Okay? Allez, on continue. Your mom is missed by you. Now, this is a singular you. En français. You finished? Ta maman te manque. Ta maman te manque. D'accord? Okay, allez, ça continue. Her friend is missed by her. En français. Do you remember how to say her? D'accord. Sa copine lui manque. Or, if you said son ami, that's fine too. It's the same thing. Sa copine lui manque. Voilà. Ensuite, his children are missed by him. En français. Et la réponse, ses enfants lui manquent. Ses enfants lui manquent. Okay. Allez, our cat is missed by us. And I know you want to say we miss our cat, but stick on your French brain. Our cat is missed by us. Let's go. Allez, notre chat nous manque. And you didn't write manquons because nous is not your subject, right? Très bien. Allez, France is missed by you, a plural you. En français. Allez, la France vous manque. La France vous manque. Très bien. Allez, eating croissants is missed by them. Now don't get tripped up with this, like, uh-oh, how do I start a sentence with eating? Just use the infinitive, okay? Eating croissants, the infinitive of eating is, of course, manger. Eating croissants is missed by them. En français. Manger des croissants leur manque. Manger des croissants leur manque. And I wanted to just give you one example like this because sometimes it's not a person, place, or thing really that you miss. It can also be an action. I miss running. I miss walking on the beach. This is how you do it. You just start out with your infinitive. I know it looks weird. And then you just use the third person singular conjugation, okay? Like il, elle, and on. All right, so those were that's your little exercise. But don't forget, n'oubliez pas, when you don't want to use all of those indirect object pronouns, the ones that I showed you a little while ago, when you don't want to use those, but you actually want to use the name of the person, something tricky can happen. It's not tricky, you just have to remember it. So back to my first example, sa famille en Louisiane manque à Jennifer. Okay, so sometimes you don't want to use a pronoun because nobody knows you're talking about Jennifer, right? You have to say her name. In that case, you keep it at the end of the sentence. Don't forget the a. The next example, ces étudiants manquent au professeur. Here, I still have an a, but it's in disguise because I can't say a le. You have to make that contraction. And the same is true in the last example, leurs parents manquent aux enfants. Leurs parents manquent aux enfants. So your a plus les becomes a-u-x, pronounced aux enfants because it's followed by a vowel. So you might need to watch this one again. I understand that it's tricky and, you're going to have to learn how to put on your French brain and stop saying they miss eating croissants and learn to say eating croissants is missed by them. But you can do it. So go on, and if you haven't done so yet, join the Love Learning Languages French Academy. The link is down in the video description below, and also the link to your 7-page lesson guide, how to get that, and a way to sign up for my mini course. If you really want to master this, then you're going to need a lot of practice, and that's where you'll find it. Merci beaucoup, et à très bientôt.